Hi everyone, it's December 30th, 2025, basically the finish line of the year. And before we jump into today's AI news, I want to take a quick moment for a year-end check-in. 2025 went fast. Like, scary fast. And honestly, the Hong Fook estate fire this year was heartbreaking. It's incredibly sad, and I truly hope the affected residents and families can heal and recover, physically and emotionally. My thoughts are with them, and I'm grateful to all the firefighters, paramedics, and medical teams who helped during the incident. Okay, now, this is the end of 2025. Today is December 30th. Quick year-end reflection. 2025 felt fast, intense, and constantly changing. AI didn't just stay as a trend this year, it became infrastructure. It moved into the background of everything: work, devices, products, policy, and even the global supply chain. And for you, how did your 2025 goals go? Did you finish what you planned, or did your priorities shift along the way? Drop a comment, I'd love to hear. Alright, let's get into today's AI news roundup for December 30th, 2025. First up, power. Because every new model, every agent, every inference request, it all runs on electricity. Story 1 comes from Hacker News AI Topics, pointing to a SemiAnalysis deep dive titled AI Labs Are Solving the Power Crisis, the On-Site Gas Deep Dive. The core idea is simple, but the implications are huge. AI demand is growing so fast that some major labs and operators don't want to rely only on the traditional grid. Instead, they're looking at dedicated on-site generation and tighter energy partnerships, so their data centers can scale without getting bottlenecked by local capacity constraints. The big takeaway: AI is no longer just a software story. It's energy planning, industrial infrastructure, and long-term supply strategy. Next, let's move from power to interfaces in how AI actually uses our devices. Story 2 is from MarkTech Post. Alibaba Tongi Lab released MAIUI, described as a foundation GUI agent family that performs strongly on Android World, a benchmark for mobile GUI navigation. This is part of the shift from chatbots into agents that can operate apps, tapping, navigating, filling steps, and completing tasks across real interfaces. And what makes this important is the direction it points to. The future isn't only AI answers questions. It's AI does the work inside your apps. Now, with more capability comes more regulation. Story 3 is from Ars Technica. China is drafting very strict rules aimed at preventing AI systems from encouraging self-harm or violence, and requiring stronger intervention mechanisms when sensitive topics come up. No matter where you stand on the details, the trend is clear. Governments are increasingly treating AI as something that can influence real-world behavior, not just generate text. That means more compliance requirements, more constraints on what systems can output, and more responsibility placed on providers. Next up, the agent race gets even hotter because big tech is buying. Stories 4 and 5 cover the same deal from two angles. Engadget and TechNode report that Meta is acquiring Manus, a startup known for AI task automation agents, in a deal reportedly valued in the billions. The key point isn't the price tag, it's what Manus represents. Agents that don't just answer questions, but perform multi-step workflows like research, analysis, and task execution end-to-end. If you connect this to MAIUI, you can see the bigger picture. Companies are fighting to own the agent layer, the layer where AI can actually run workflows, click buttons, and get things done. Now let's talk about the hardware constraint underneath all of this: memory. Story 6 is from Engadget. IDC warns of a major PC market downturn due to a memory crunch. The basic dynamic is that AI data centers are pulling the supply chain toward high-end memory production. That can tighten availability and push up costs for PCs and phones. And when memory gets more expensive, devices get more expensive, and shipments can slow down. Story 7 adds a Hong Kong angle from Unwire.hk. AI-driven RAM demand could even affect next-gen console timelines, because consoles need a lot of memory at a price that still makes sense for mass-market launches. So the macro theme is AI isn't just changing software features, it's reshaping consumer electronics, economics, and roadmaps. Now let's pivot from hardware back to system design. How do we make AI more reliable and understandable? Story 8 comes from Hacker News AI Topics. Moving AI from emotion detection to true understanding. This isn't mainstream news, it's more like a concept-driven post, but it reflects a real appetite in the community for AI systems that are more auditable, less fuzzy, and easier to trust in real deployments. As agents move into workflows that can affect money, privacy, and safety, the demand for traceability and control becomes a core requirement. That leads nicely into Story 9 from Mark Tech Post, a tutorial-style implementation of a privacy-preserving federated fraud detection system using lightweight PyTorch simulations. The idea is multiple institutions can collaborate on better fraud detection without sharing raw sensitive data. Each party trains locally, then shares model updates for aggregation. For regulated industries, this direction matters a lot, because it shows how AI adoption can scale while respecting privacy and governance constraints. And finally, Story 10 is about efficiency and cost control, also from Mark Tech Post, LLM Router, a system designed to optimize LLM inference by dynamically selecting the most suitable model for each query. This is the smart orchestration layer. Instead of sending every request to the biggest, most expensive model, you route simpler tasks to smaller models and reserve heavy reasoning for more capable ones. With power constraints, memory constraints, and rising infrastructure costs, routing and orchestration will be one of the biggest practical wins for teams deploying AI at scale. So let's wrap up the big picture from today and from the end of 2025. AI labs are thinking like energy planners to secure power. AI companies are racing to own the agent layer, with GUI agents getting stronger and big tech buying into automation. Governments are tightening rules around high-risk AI behavior, and the hardware market is reacting. Memory demand from AI can push up costs and disrupt everything downstream, from PCs to phones to consoles. AI isn't just a model anymore, it's power grids, supply chains, regulation, and workflow ownership all at once. All the original sources are linked in the description. If you want a deeper dive on one topic, power infrastructure, AI agents, regulation, the memory crunch, or LLM routing, leave a comment with the one you care about most. And since this is the end of 2025, I want to end with a warm message. No matter what your year looked like, whether you hit every goal or barely made it through, you're here. And that matters. Please take care of yourself this week. Rest when you can. Spend time with people you care about. And for 2026, don't try to do everything. Pick a direction that matters to you and take one small step early. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year in advance, and I'll see you in the next one.